everybody. This is Jyoti Mayekar and this is part 9 of Legends of the Physics World. So let's talk about absolute zero. Absolute zero is the imagined point at which a substance is so cold that atoms stop moving. Absolute zero has never been reached neither in nature nor in reality. So today we are going to talk about someone who proposed a new temperature scale that started at absolute zero. British physicist, he was born as William Thomson, but today we don't know him by this name. We don't know him as William Thomson, we know him by some other name. He addressed many problems in electricity and heat. He is most famous for helping to build transatlantic submarine cable for the transmission of telegraphs. So yes, we are talking about Lord Kelvin. So something about him, he published more than 600 papers. He was elected president of the prestigious Royal Society of London. He was very conservative physicist and he refused to accept the existence of atoms. He also opposed Darwin's theories of evolution and related theories of ages of sun and the earth. He was named Baron Kelvin of Logs after the river Kelvin that runs through Glasgow University and his hometown of Largs. So let's talk about what is absolute zero. When we measure the temperature of something, we are recording the average energy of the particles that make up. Temperature indicates how quickly the particles are vibrating or moving around. So as you cool a material, its atoms move around less. If cooled enough, a substance could become so cold that its atoms stop moving completely. This hypothetical still point is called as absolute zero. Kelvin's scale. The idea of absolute zero was recognized in the 18th century by extrapolating a graph of temperature and energy to zero. So energy rises steadily with temperature and the line connecting the two qualities can be projected backwards to find the temperature at which the energy reaches zero. Zero, that will be minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, or in terms of Fahrenheit it will be minus 459.67 degree Fahrenheit. So in the 19th century, Lord Kelvin proposed a new temperature scale that started at absolute zero. So Kelvin scale, it effectively took the Celsius temperature scale and shifted at. So instead of water freezing at 0 degrees Celsius, it does so at 273 kelvins and boils at 373 kelvins. 373 kelvins means 100 degrees Celsius. So try to understand how cold does absolute zero feel. We know that what it feels like when the temperature outside reaches freezing or when it starts to snow. So it's very difficult to breathe even at that temperature. So parts of North America and Siberia may reach 10 or 20 degrees below that in winter, and it can reach minus 70 degrees Celsius at the South Pole. The coldest natural temperature experienced on Earth is a chilly minus 89 degrees Celsius, or we can say 184 kelvins, witnessed at Vostok in the heart of Antarctica in the year 1983. So coldest temperature witnessed in the environment found so far in the universe is situated inside the Boomerang Nebula, which is a dark gas cloud lying just 1 degree above absolute zero. So now we are trying to achieve absolute zero in the laboratories. So many liquid gas coolants are used in laboratories, but these are warmer than absolute zero. It is possible to cool liquid nitrogen until it becomes a liquid at 77 Kelvin, which is minus 196 degrees Celsius. And liquid helium is even cooler than liquid nitrogen, which is just 4 kelvins. In 1994, at the American National Institute for Standards and Technology in Boulder, Colorado, Scientists managed to cool cesium atoms using lasers to within 700 billionth of a Kelvin from absolute zero. And after 9 years, from 1994, scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology went further, still reaching within 0.5 billionth of a Kelvin. So, absolute zero is an abstract idea. It has never been achieved in a laboratory, nor has it been ever measured. So, scientists must accept that absolute zero may never in fact be reached with certainty. Okay. So, Lord Kelvin once said, I often say that when you can measure what you are speaking about and express it in numbers, you know something about it. But when you cannot measure it in numbers, your knowledge is of a meager and unsatisfactory kind. Thank you. Thank you so much.